I don't know how much longer you're gonna be here. So I say my prayers every night. One for my mother, one for my father, and one for the love of my life. So if you decide to leave today, then leave tomorrow at the door, and take only half of yesterday, and forget all hope for the present, 'cause it just went away from eternity. 4 steps past and 3 wishes from touching the heavens above. And then the bridge. Now I sit in silence and begin to think as laughter echoes through the air. I can't get you off my mind, but a whole new love I can never bear. Ooh, so now I lay me down to sleep, and I pray, my Lord, my soul to keep. And if I die before I wake, then I promise I'll be there for you always. We were 5 steps. Ooh, kid, okay. Yes, I'm still struggling with a cold, y'all. What's up? It's your boy, House of Jazz. That's my remix. Okay. So by another special request, I'm here to do a tutorial for 5 steps. I believe this one was A major. One of my subscribers, A major. Y'all gotta check out the dude's page too. This guy actually, he plays and sings. I was out on his page and he had a song he did by Ready for the World. It never really mattered too much to me. He killed it, man. He killed it, man. He got some skills. So I'm hoping that he's going to take one of these piano tutorials that I've been doing and maybe record himself, you know, playing and singing it. You know what I'm saying? I can say, yeah, I taught him how to play that via YouTube. I did. Now I ain't going to do all that. Alright, yeah, but here we go. So a couple of you asked for 5 steps. So here we go. This song is in the key of E. I just uploaded videos today about how to figure out your scales. Start with E and go whole step, half step, whole step, half step. Don't know what I'm talking about? Just look at some of my earlier videos from today, and you'll see the one about scales. Okay, so here we go. So you start with the E major chord. I don't know how much. So on your left hand you have E and B. On your right hand, you have E, G sharp, and B, right? That's your E major chord, right? So that's your first chord. I'm going to try to move fast on this video because it's actually a lot of chords. This song has more to it than you think it does. It's not your standard pop song that only has 4 to 6 chords. Okay. So if I'm moving a little too fast, just, you know, you can always stop and figure it out, okay? So I don't know how much longer. The second chord, D sharp, G sharp, and D sharp on the left hand. Okay. For those that don't like calling notes sharp, it technically is E flat, B flat, E flat, but because we're in the key of E, it's supposed to say D sharp, A sharp, D sharp. On the right hand, I'm playing a B major chord, F sharp, B, and D sharp, D as in door. This is a this is a B major. I hope I said that the first time. This is how you usually would play a B major chord. B, D sharp, F sharp. You take the F sharp, bring it down here, and there you go. I don't know how much longer you're gonna be here. That is a C minor, sorry, C sharp minor 7. Not just a C minor 7, but C sharp minor 7. Left hand, you have C sharp, G sharp, C sharp, right? On the right hand, you can get away with playing an E major chord that's inverted, which is G sharp, B, and E. If you put that together with the C sharp, you do have a C sharp minor 7 chord, okay? You're gonna be here. So this chord is a B minor 7, and I have the 7th on the right hand. I'm starting, the A is the 7th of the B minor chord. So you have A, B, D, F sharp with a B in the bass. Now you're going to play this chord a second time, but this time with your bass, you're going to move from B to E in the bass. You're gonna be here, so I say my prayers. And of course you can double up on the E and put the B in the bass when you go down there. And if you have an 88 key keyboard, you can add some extra bottom notes to it. We're gonna be here, so I say my prayers. And then you go to the next section, which will be every night. Now, I'm torn between which chord to play right here. You can put an A major chord right there. One for my, which is A on the left hand, and then A, C sharp, and E on the right hand. So A on the left hand. But for some reason, I think it might be a Asus2 chord, which is simply A, B, and E on the right hand. Still, the bass is definitely A. You go, one for my mother. But if you put the A, regular A major chord there, one for my mother, it's still going to work either way. That is up to you to decide. Yeah, you right there. You make the choice. You're a musician. It's your choice. So you start with whatever chord you're going to play, whichever A chord you're going to play, Asus2 or the A major. One for my mother. Now the chord that you go to right here is G sharp in the bass, left hand, and you're playing E. So you're really playing the E major with a G sharp in the bass. Your right hand is G sharp, B, and E, which we played that when we played the C sharp minor 7 when we had the C sharp in the bass, but now we have G sharp. And one for my father. It's just a G chord. Your regular old G chord, G on the left hand, G, A, B, and D on the right hand. You can do just a regular G major chord if you want. I added the 2nd, which is also the 9th. It's up to you. It's up to your discretion which one you want to play. So, and then after you go from this chord, you're going to go to the one for the love. It's one of those chords where you play the same chord and you just switch the bass line. So your left hand is F sharp, your right hand is F sharp, A, C sharp, and E. F sharp, A, C sharp, E. With the F sharp in the bass the first time, and then put the B in the bass. You can do, if you want it. It's up to you. That's just something I like to do. Okay, and then you just go back and play those set of chords again. So if you decide to leave today, then leave tomorrow at the door. You can take only half of yesterday and forget all for the present, 'cause you went away. So now you're on the chorus now, right? So you just played the same chords I just showed you. Play it again. All right, on the chorus you have your E major chord again. 5 steps. You feel free to add that E if you want to at the, you know, add another E just to make it like a fuller sound, whatever, okay? And then you're going to go to the C sharp minor 7. Eternity, we were 4 steps. So now you have C sharp, G sharp, and C sharp on your left hand. Ba, 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 bum, bum, bum. The E major chord, which we've played so many times in this video already. G sharp, B, and E is the inverted chord, the first inversion. And 3 wishes. Now we're going to a different chord over here. On the left hand, you have Dad, D-A-D, right? D-A-D spells dad, right? D-A-D. And on the right hand, for sure, you're playing an A major chord. I guess if you want to be funky, you can do that A sus2 or add that. That's up to you. But what I play is just the A, C sharp, and E. Okay, A, C sharp, and E over D, over Dad. 3 wishes from touching the heavens. I'm sorry. Touching the heavens above. So I got the A to B on the left hand, while I'm playing the A sus2 chord, which is A, B, and E. And then I play it again with the bass switching up to B. See what I did? Okay. And then you play those chords again for the chorus. You know the chorus goes back in. 5 steps, eternity, we were 4 steps. 4 steps past now, and 3 wishes. Touching the heavens above. Ooh, jazz. And then, of course, you know, the man Jazz sings his part. The chords are the same as the first verse, so I'm not going through that again. When Jazz gets to the end of his verse, forced to wear the memories of pain around an empty heart. Ooh, oh, oh. And then they go to, now I sit in silence and begin to think. That section, I'm on that section now. The key kind of switched from E major to like D minor. And if you looked at my thing about the keys and knowing the relative minors, D minor and F major has the same B flat in the scale, right? Okay. So you're going to switch. I like this one because you can play Dad with your left hand, D-A-D, and then spell face with your right hand, F-A-C-E. Put it together. I don't know if they really put the 9 in there, but if it's up to you how jazzy you want to do it. They might. I think they really just go. I think it's just a D minor chord. That's it. But you know me, I got the. So D-A-D on the left hand and F-A-C-E. I sit in silence and begin to think. So what I'm doing right there is G in the bass. F major on the right hand, F-A-C, and then I keep the bass and walk up to a G major chord, G-B-D, F, while keeping the G in the bass. You see what I'm doing? So now I sit in silence and begin to think. Okay, now you're going to keep that G chord, G-B-D, and put C in the left hand. That's laughter. And you can put the G in there if it sounds good to you. C, G, C, or just a double C. As laughter. Excuse me, y'all. Still fighting the cold. Echoes through the air. So when you go to echoes through the air, you're playing the A minor 7 chord, and I'm playing the 7th down here, so it's like a third inversion. But anyway, on the left hand, A. On the right hand, A, I'm sorry. G, A, C, E. That's what I'm playing. A minor with the 7th being played down here, right? So let me see where we are so I can know. So we got laughter echoes through the air. I can get you, can't get you. Dad on the left hand, face on the right hand again. You know what I'm saying? D, A, D, F, A, C, E. I can get you off my mind. Then F over G, but a whole new love. As you see, I'm playing the same thing again. G on the bass, F, A, C, walking up to the G chord, G, B, D. Right? Then you go to the part, I could never bear. I could never bear. Ooh. So that whole section now, I sit in silence and begin to think as laughter echoes through the air. I can't get you, can't get you off, no. But a whole new love I could never bear. Ooh. So after you play that G over C chord again, G, B, D with the C in the bass, you're going to go to, you're going to keep the C, take your right hand, play a B flat, which is a second inversion chord, F, B flat, and D. F, B flat, and D, and then play a C dominant 7 chord. You know what I'm saying? So the C dominant 7 chord, you're still playing, keeping the C. Keep the C on the left hand. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna play a C major chord, right? C, E, G, but put the B flat with that chord. That's a C dominant 7 chord. So you got. And then you go back to, so now I lay me. I'm sorry, no, you don't. You don't go to that chord. That is not the next chord. Scrap that one out. So after you do that, now you're gonna go to an F major 7. So now I lay me down to sleep. So now you're playing Dad on the left hand, face on the right hand. So now I lay me. That's F, A, C, E, for if you forgot from when I spelled it earlier. D, A, D. So now I lay me. Right? I'm sorry. I'm rushing. F major 7. You got F and C on the left hand. F, A, C, E, face. So now I lay me. Then go to Dad on the left hand and keep the face on the right hand. I hope that did not confuse you. I did make a mistake. Let me play that again. So now I lay me. That's the F major chord, 7, with the F and C on the left hand and F, A, C, E. Then you keep this chord and put D, A, D on the left hand. Down to sleep. And then from that chord, you're going to go, and I pray, my Lord. I'm not 1,000% sure if this is the right chord. It was very hard to hear. But I know it goes to a B flat in the bass. So I put the B flat over a D minor chord. So on the right hand, I have F, A, and D. Okay, F, A, D. Pray the Lord, my soul to keep. So that's just A in the bass, G major on the right hand, G, B, D. Add the second if you want. You can always add that second. Whenever you play G major, you can always add the second if you want. Most of the time it'll work. And then we go, and if I die. Now you're going back to Dad. This time I'm not messing up. Dad on the left hand, D, A, D. And then face on the right hand, F, A, C, E. And if I die, be awake. And you sing that. Do I really have to explain that chord again? I will, just in case. G on the right hand, F major on the left, G on the left hand, F major on the right hand. And then you take the F major, walk it up to G major, right? Da, da, F, A, C, G, B, D. Keep that G down there. And then you're going to keep the G major chord, but move your bass to the C in the bass. Promise I'll be there for you always. Stay on the G chord, but put A in the bass. Always. Now this is a chord that you don't hear on the recording. It's just a bunch of synthesizers or something going on. But if you're just playing the piano, you need something that's going to put you back in E major, because right now you're in D minor. So this is the chord that's going to transition you back to that. So even though you might not hear this on the recording, it works, trust me. B on the left hand, and then F sharp minor 7 on the right hand. F sharp, A, C sharp, and E. And then go, we were 5 steps. That's the whole thing. I already showed you the chorus, right? So there you go. That is 5 steps. I am like really tired. This is video number 6 that I made today. Those of you that might be subscribed to me, you'll know that today I uploaded 5 different piano tutorial videos. This is learning how to play the piano, something I've never done before. I did those 5 of them back to back. Yeah, I went to work today too. I went to work, then came home and started working on this just to knock it out. And then I had to sit down and learn how to play this song because I never played 5 steps before. So, and now I'm teaching it. So if I kind of rush through it, just forgive me. I'm just getting kind of tired now. But if you do have any questions, feel free to, leave them in the description, a comment box, in the comment box. Now, what I did with this song, because it had so many different areas where it went, like sometimes it went to this chord and sometimes it went to that chord, I made myself a chord sheet, which is basically the lyrics of the song with the chords written on top of it. Did that in Microsoft Word. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this and put it into the description. So if you want to see all the chords that I said to use, you look and click on the description. You should see like the words to the song with chords written over top of it, like E major. You'll see the letter E, which means E major, then you'll see B over D, all that stuff. So that might help you out too. Mr. A major, I know the song is in E major, but I know that was one of the ones you wanted me to do. So still have fun. I'm tired, but have fun doing it. And again, if you like to donate to my PayPal, just because you was blessed and you just want to be a blessing, all you have to do is go to your PayPal account, log into your PayPal account, and you can send it to my email address, which will send it right to my account. My email address is houseofjaz@yahoo.com. Jazz only has one Z, HOUSEOFJAZ @yahoo.com. Whether you give or not, I'm still making videos. As you can see, I went from going a year without making any videos to, like, in the last 3 days, I think I've made 8 to 9 videos in 3 days. So I'm still going to make the videos when I can find the time to do it, all right? All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. And I'll catch y'all next time around.